Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War raids, week 1, day 4, and today we are going to be testing out the Mang, which I have been saying a lot, though we haven't personally tested it yet. It's a really good way of taking out this boss, because we can take out half of his armor instantly, and then gain all of that armor as attacks, essentially being able to kill out everything in one shot. I have yet to actually be able to test this, because, well, we're doing it right now, but I have heard that it works really good. I have suggested in the past, but now we're finally going to be testing it ourselves. So with this, we're going to be running with our hero, using Archer class with a Mang up in front line. We're going to be using Diviner behind it, Emperor Liang, and then Xian Mayo all the way in the back. We can switch these two if we so choose. This is normally the order I would have it in with Dawnbringer. The reason I actually want Emperor Liang up a little bit is because I want to get that the mana quickly into the Mang. I might also change this to double brown. I have been contemplating on if I should or shouldn't do that. We do get to start with half mana. Let me see. Is double brown surge full mana? If we take that, that is 8 mana. We start with 7, yes. That would be full mana. So you know what? Yes, I am going for the +2 brown here. Is there something even better than +2 brown that we could use? What are we missing now? We are missing... Are we missing anything? Actually, we might not be missing a single color. Never mind. Wait. We have to be missing something. We're missing blue. Is there a -blue banner that gives +2 brown? Otherwise, we're going +2 brown. -blue with +2 brown. I do not think that exists. There's 2 brown banner. They're both -purple for whatever reason. So yeah, there's no no -blue mana that gives +2 brown. So we'll just have to stick with simply the +2 brown. And yeah, let's give it a shot. With that being said, though, the order change. I think I'm going to switch that back. And let me go make sure I switch it in this page so it goes correctly. And there we go. Okay, so let's get into this then. So Mang, using Archer class, fully traded. Diviner, Xiang Mayo, and Emperor Liang with a Rush Mang. So we'll see how it goes. Diviner will take quite a bit longer to get up than it normally would. Almost feel like switching out Diviner for something, but I think it'll be okay. We only really need one quick Mang, and then we can kind of go from there. Our biggest concern now is we do not have Barrier, so anything that has Death Touch will be super dangerous against this. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. So we do still have the instant kill chances, so we can be going for that if we so choose, and I believe we do so choose. There's only one issue with this, is he will still have a skull available afterwards. So never mind, I'm not doing that. So we'll go do that. Unfortunately, we didn't get the instant kill, but we did get enough mana for the Mang. And now that we have Mang, we can simply go do this and get ridiculous stats. So there we are with 252 attack. Obviously a very high number, to say the least. So let's just go get our mana, maybe get a second Mang, though not really as important. Slight issue here, which I didn't really think about, is now we're blocking that 2 on brown. So after we do that first cast, if we go forward immediately without getting her mana up, we are in a little bit of a bad mana situation here as far as getting her up. Trying to look for options. We also don't use blue anymore, so that's kind of a nuisance on the board. Though it does give a pretty good target for Diviner to convert out, but we need to actually be able to convert it out. So here we have our instant kill, or not instant kill, but a really big hit up again. If we simply take yellows, it goes directly into him, which is kind of nice, given this team now. It used to go into Dawnbringer, but now we can bring it directly into it. And if we get any skulls, boom, instant kill every single time. Oh good, he just got enchanted there, very nice. We'll go move that over, and just keep going down this line. Again, as I mentioned, Death Touch is super dangerous. Want to avoid it at all costs. Green looks pretty nice here. Unfortunately, it gets a skull, so again, I don't want to get Death Touch, so we're not going to do that. We'll go take that up. He'll just take some purples. No skull for us, no drops for us. I think we just go simply for a Mang. I can go for a brown surge here, too. That gives a skull chance. 2 locations will give him a skull, though, and neither of them give it to him, nor to us. 2 mana off because it didn't surge. He'll have full mana the following turn, so at this point, I can just go and get our attack even higher. So why not? Does it even matter which one we go for here? Not really. So I guess we'll go for, wait. I forgot to double check if he's enough damage. Well, just in case it's not, I'm going to poke him. I believe it already was, but I forgot to double check. So just in case, let me do that so he goes down. I'm almost guaranteed that that would have been enough damage. But if it wasn't, we would have lost or came close to it, so don't want to risk it. And at this point, we just keep plowing things down with our gigantic hit. We don't have any kind of barrier or anything to really help, though. With that being said, I actually don't have any move that's good to take. The only move is the green, so I kind of have to go for it and let him poke us. That's really bad once he goes down. Oh no, he just went down. I don't know. I kind of really do enjoy using Dawnbringer a lot more, I do have to say. Mang seems too big of a hassle to have to keep alive. It's really good if it doesn't die. Unfortunately, as you just saw there, it kind of died. Which is kind of counterproductive. Let's see, we'll go for that. Oops, I thought that was still a skull poke. Oh, fail, fail. That's a major fail. I didn't see the other one being moved there. So yeah, we're kind of out of luck here. We'll have to take the poke. And he'll take another poke. There's no good drops anywhere, so we'll just take the bottommost poke. He'll take that one. That'll obviously die. We'll take another poke. Keep poking the pokes. He's going to get huge damage off that Tyraxis. And there he goes. We'll go move that one over. And what else do we need here? This is a pretty trivial amount of damage. Only 40, so definitely go for that skull. He's luckily not feeding mana into anything, or else that would be really dangerous right about now. As soon as I started it, we might already be done with the Mang. It has potential, but I would want to have a proper support troop for it. This kingdom has nothing that can keep our hero alive very easily. By alive very easily, I mean barrier spam. Nothing in this kingdom does barrier except for him to himself, which isn't particularly useful. What do we even need here? I guess we'll do this on yellow. We don't actually have a yellow dependency as much anymore since we don't have the Diviner or all that other stuff. So he'll just hit the barrier there, which is nice. If nothing else, maybe we could just win off of him constantly barrier spamming and go from there. He's going to deny out some of his own blue here, so that'll work out. Also, hello everyone! Didn't even say hellos. Also, don't forget, new mythic coming in tomorrow. That will be coming in like 5-ish hours or so. Hello Max, hello Metalaris, hello Robo, hello Xavier, hello Minternash Film, hello Rapiev, hello Adam, hello Simple, hello Max, hello Derek, hello Aaron, hello other Aaron, hello Captain, hello Watcher, hello Caleb, hello Painting, hello Pedro, hello Captain, hello Alonso, hello Candy, and hello Marcelo and D, and hello Sean, welcome all. And any questions and all that. You did 6 out of 6 today in your guild when you do your battles. If not already, we will reach Portal 10. Yeah, we might be able to reach Portal 10 off my battles. We're getting pretty close. I was hoping to do it for tomorrow, but if we do get it by today, I will go open it today. Do you have any pictures of the new troop? Yes. If you go to the link below, the second link down there, the one that says, where'd it go? Where is it? 1 second. The one that says right in the description pretty early on, upcoming troop info. Like the first troop there shows the shows it. So yeah, just do that one, or click on there and it'll bring up the page that shows everything that he does. Let's see. He's the. I just go to it real quick. Where'd it go? I have too many tabs open. Yeah, he's a silent stun drain and drains all the mana from an enemy. Deals magic +4 damage to them and all enemies below them. So essentially what this will be is target first slot over and over again, similar to like how a Scion would with its skull. You would end up draining out the first troop, but then also disabling it like crazy, while also doing damage to everything else below it. For the most part, it's really only going to be used for blue Guild War days, and that's about it. It might also be used if you ever specifically need a human or knight team for invasions, but other than those few instances, it's not going to get too much usage. Again, mainly just a Guild War kind of blue troop, just so you gain 1 to all stats. Oh yeah, the main feature of him, I'd even say it. For one, he's the first troop that has the Aegis trait, which any troop can have, which is 60% skull mitigation. It's the highest mitigation you can have that's not a unique trait. And on top of that, it also has a +1 to all blues per turn, which is its special unique trait. So that, yeah, it does have potential. Any troop that ever has +1 to all like that, it has a decent amount of potential. I feel like his ability itself is pretty lackluster. Definitely still going to be using Corvash instead in most situations. But if you're using specifically like a pure blue team, you'd obviously want to go with him a little bit more than you would want to go with a Corvash. But we'll see. Next Blue Guild War Day is like 2 weeks from now. So once it comes around, we'll definitely go test him for that and just see how he works out. It's probably some kind of team we can put him in. The only slight issue with him, too, I guess, is he only drains 1, not 2. Because Corvash does gain a decent amount of extra value from the double drain that it has. So right here, it's about to double purple. With that being said, I'm actually going to take some purple just to reduce the chance of him extra turning. Oh, Traxxas. He better not land that. I'm looking for everything I can do to stop him from getting any mana, because it does feed back into him. Not much. Then again, it doesn't even matter if I give him the mana. As long as I don't give him alignment, we're fine. And currently, it doesn't look like I'm giving him alignment. I'm going to give him a skull here, though. He's just going to hit my barrier. So he'll take that. And now he does have alignment again. So I need to take this into hopefully a green or double purple or brown. Or into not giving him an extra turn. Any of those options would be great. Exactly what we needed. Good. And he misses, even better. So we'll just take that. Take that over. I will try this Mang team one more time. And do it slightly safer to make sure our hero doesn't die. I don't know. I feel like it's too risky, personally. Unless the kingdom specifically has barrier spam. Because we're starting to take our way too much hero damage right now. To really bother with it. Okay, we're going to go, I guess, for the poke. We do have enough damage at the moment, so might as well go for it. He's going to get a Traxxas here, but it does not land a extra turn, so that's fine. Let me just double check one last time that is the case. No, he's going to get a pair there, he's going to get a pair there. A triple, but that's it. So we'll just take that out. We get our barrier back, so he doesn't take any damage there. And at this point, we can win just off of him if we truly had to. So we're going to get rid of greens here. This will not only give us all of our mana, but it'll also give us HP and magic and all that for him. A nice little poke in there. He's going to get a skull poke on us too. We didn't get barrier back up. And we're just going to hit him right back. So we'll throw that at him. Get a nice little 30. And looks like I go for another 30. He's just going to get one right over there. Not that big a deal. I don't have any drop for it, so we'll simply just take it. He'll hit both of them. Oh, well, that one's down now. Now we have just this guy, though I think we'll be able to pull it through. We do, of course, like I mentioned, we do gain barrier every time, so that's pretty helpful for him. Make sure that he doesn't really die. So worst comes to the worst, we can kind of just solo with him. So we'll move that over, move that over. What do we need from here? I guess we'll take over a yellow. There is no way to win these battles without Mang in about level 300 plus. I don't think I'll even reach that in a week. Because our normal amount of battles we would have without it, or without buying any, I don't think would actually reach it. Even if we did perfect on every single one of our battles, we would only be at around, like, level, I don't even know what level we're at right now, but I believe we would only be at level 260 or so if we went absolutely perfect on everything with the 4 packs we bought. Okay, well, he pokes us. We can poke him back. It's getting really close, though. I need one cast, and we're good to go. Oh, I didn't take that purple there. Oh, and he ends up getting a free skull out of it, too. Oh, he almost won. For a second, I thought he won there. Okay, I need to take this green and hope it surges. It better not go a green into a yellow into giving him a skull right there. Okay, good. That could have been dangerous, but there we go. With barely any survival left, we'll kill him out. Well, it doesn't matter how bad we do. It just matters that we won. So technically, that was just as good as anything else. Okay, he has a golem and everything here. Next raid is Glacial Peak. When I looked at it earlier, it looked like it was Stormheim. I guess I miscounted the weeks earlier. Let me double check. Oh, I think I might have said 3... No, yeah, it would be 3 weeks. Let me see. Let me go back to the spoiler thread thing. So, next week is Pride Lands week. It won't be that one. Then there's Guild Wars, which is Stormheim. Oh, I miscounted it by 1. And then it's... Blackhawk? No. What is that? Why is there so many Blackhawks coming? Oh, that's Bounty Hunter. Oh, yes, and then it's Glacial Peaks. Never mind, that's because of Bounty Hunter. That totally threw me off earlier. So yes, you are correct. Next week's raids is Glacial Peaks. That is true. I'm still going to be getting, or you'd still highly advised to get Titan fully traded though. You're going to be needing it most days. Like if we're running a Mang team on any week that isn't like a week like this, I'd be running Titan hero class, not Archer. The only reason we're going with Archer right now is it has 15% instant kill for those moments when we don't have the damage yet. And it also has the, what was the other aspect? It counts as an elf, which has 10% this week. It's also giving us 1 additional magic because we have 3 elves. Anyways, I kind of want to switch back. What level are we on right now? We're at level 215. 215. Trying to think of what we really need here. You know what? Let me move this up. Let me do it this way. I think I'm going to move this up for protection's sake. So we're going to do that. Keep it at the double brown. Kind of want to still put it back to double green. You know what? Double green. So let me switch back to double green. I don't think we need Mang that quickly. We need it quick, but not like as soon as we start. So we're gonna hold it off for just a little while, still go with the Diviner quickly, and throw more Emperor Liangs this time around, and see if this will work out. Okay, no Ravens yet. We'll just go move that over. And see what else we could do here. Instant kill Skull would be great. Do I even take it? Well, I kind of have to, because I don't want to be Deathmark nor Frozen. So we'll take that. He gives us free brown, so that works out perfectly. That also enchants it, though that's... I guess I kind of needed that enchanted. I like how when I set it to double green, I don't actually need double green this battle. We need double brown this battle. Fail. Well, there's no way of knowing what the starting board will be. Let's see. I guess we could take green now. That will max out its mana, regardless of if it surges on our following turn. So we'll definitely have that up. And if it does surge, we get some extra into the panda. I have Mang already ready. I don't want to fire it yet, though, because keeping it up right now will allow us to go brown directly into our second troop. Ideally, we'd have a cast here on not brown, but I guess we'll get it on brown here. So we'll go get that convert, just because it's a free turn. Now we can do this on something like brown or green or whatever, just to get our stat boost that we really need. Mainly want to be getting on brown and red, though, when we don't have Mang. With that being said, I will just go and throw a Mang here, get him down so we can start one-shotting with skulls. And now we decide if we actually want to go for that. So we can go for a brown that does not extra turn, but it does give us a random blue, though, again, we did not use blue anymore. Is there a way to extra turn that? No, there is not. So I guess we'll just go for... yeah, we'll just do it on brown. Get the extra little bit of stats it needs. I need to make sure he stays alive, and this will be one of the ways to keep him alive. So we'll go do that. And he gives us a huge amount of mana right there. We'll go take all that purple, and we can start going straight into the instant kills now. So we'll go for that, get our poke, and keep progressing that way. He'll be enchanted to full in 2 more turns. And blue we do not use, so I guess we'll just take this purple, hope it surges. Of course it doesn't, because why would it? He already has 1 annihilation. That is really bad, especially if he goes for our Mang, because I don't have any efficient way to really take out the rest of his team. We're going to move this to full mana and hope that's dumb enough again to go for it. And, well, that's even better. Out of everything on my team, I probably needed Diviner the least, so good. So we'll go here, I guess, into green and get the double buff here. Oh, wait, never mind. It would only be single buff because the Diviner just died. He kind of just died. So we'll go and get rid of all the greens here. That will give what we need for that. We get our poke right there. We can get another poke, though that will not be a kill due to the fact of how much durability it has off of stone skin. So I guess we'll go tear through its armor and go from there. 44. What is 44 times 4 plus whatever Mang damage is? I need to know exactly what that number is to know if I need a Mang him or not. So let me bring up a calculator real quick. 1 second, guys. Oops, I just made it full screen. I did not need a full screen calculator. 1 second. Okay, move that away. I need to go and test this. How much is 44 times 4? 44 times... I think it's not enough, but I need to make sure. 44 times 4, and then plus 43. Plus 43. That is 219 damage. That is enough. So what we do here is throw this down. He'll poke us. Throw this down. Double check the board, though, real quick in case there's something to take. Throw that in it. And we're good to go. Okay. So, yep, that's pretty much matched from here. All we have to do is just find ourselves a skull or 2. If we could find a Mang for him, too, then we only need 1 skull. Otherwise, we need 2, maybe even 3. 120... Yeah, we could do it with 2 skulls. We don't need the Mang. Though, of course, it would be helpful if we found a Mang. We'll go move that over. Okay, there we go. There's 1 skull. And now Mang is not really relevant. Now we just need to find another skull. And then we win. Also, casting him isn't really that useful. At this point, all we have to do is just hunt for that skull, and down it goes. And we bullseyed it, too, for even more damage. That would instant killed if it was the first hit. Okay, here we are again. This one will probably be a Raven. I guess we're going to stick and do this team for all of them. Since, while it didn't go too well the first time, I do want to test this strategy out. And still, we did not get a Raven. Hopefully we get one on the final battle that we have. Otherwise, we will not get any extra battles, or not even the chance of getting any extra battles. One nice thing about this team is it is a little bit better at doing the little extra battle things, or, you know, killing the Raven. Because we have so much frontline damage, regardless of where the Raven is, even if it's like in 3rd slot. We can easily reach it just with skulls by constantly focusing it down with skull pokes. Okay, so what do we need here? Because everything we touch is essentially just dies immediately, which is nice. Now right here, we can go to a full Mang, or we can let it go up naturally. I believe we're just going to go to a full Mang and do this on something like, I guess, the brown? Oh, that's going to overkill the mana some. Let me do it on red. He uses quite a bit of red. Then again, that's going to give him better Traxxas alignment, but oh well. He's going to poke us here. Not much I can really do about that. We have a convert right there. I'm going to not wait. We'll throw that down right now. Get that converted. Nice little poke in there, though too bad we don't have Mang activated yet. We have a skull poke right there. Don't really need it though. Probably just going to ignore it and then go for a something removed from the board. So we'll go throw a Mang all the way in the back so we can start taking skulls effectively. I don't know, do we go for this? My biggest concern is that he's going to start going crazy. Then again, he only blocks magic gains. He doesn't block attack gain. But still, Traxxas has way too much alignment on this board. I am going to go for it. Let him waste his turn for that poke, if he even goes for it, which he doesn't. Free turn right there. Was that there the previous turn? I think he moved it. We could also go for the red into the purple into the other thing, or just get rid of brown. I think brown's the way to go. A lot of brown denies him out too, so he doesn't get alignment, or at least less of a chance for it. And that almost gives us Diviner back. Oh, wow, he already got all that back up. Though, luckily, we do have the skull damage to just knock him right back down. So right here, any extra turns off of drops. Does not look like it. I guess we just go for standard yellow here. It gives us some blue, but again, don't use it. But at least the yellow will give us a Emperor Liang again. So we can just move this up, get that poke. He'll poke us back. Actually doesn't go for it. Good thing it did not devour that. Him destroying that thing's magic is pretty irrelevant. So we'll just go here and take yet another skull. That'll knock him out. I will throw this all the way at last slot, get our mana right back up into it, and then we win. So we just throw this again. Hopefully it has alignment. Of course it doesn't have alignment. Actually, we have it on red. I guess that's enough. So we'll go throw this down on the red then. Get our convert. Get the last little bit of his mana. Oh, actually, we could just win off a skull now. We don't even need that mana. And down he goes. Sweet. Okay. That went quite a bit better than the previous two, that is for sure. And let's give it another shot. Double Dark Troll. That is quite annoying, to say the least. He's going to get his mana up really quick, and I have no quick way of killing him, so hopefully we get that bird to replace out one of these. Hopefully in first slot, get it killed quickly and move from there. Well, it didn't start off smoothly initially. Oh, there we go. That's exactly where I need that bird. That is the most perfect location to see that bird. We can just one-shot it immediately. That's actually the one really, really good aspect of using Mang, is we get the instant bird kill if it goes that close up. If this was a normal battle, we just have to do it to luck. But with this, we can take one skull and he's dead. Problem is, we need to find one skull, because there's none on the board. There we go, perfect. Then we get to take yellow while doing it. So that was a pretty easy kill, but now we need to actually win the battle, which might be a little hard because Dark Troll into him is very, very annoying. I kind of just want to go straight into purple right now, just to deny out his purple. That or deny out red or deny out brown. I guess deny out brown. Just double checking what kind of consequences that will have. Looks like we get red out of it, so I'll go take that. Doesn't seem too bad. So we'll go here, deny out the brown, and get all that going down. That gives us another Mang too, though that's not really too relevant. Oh, what is pretty relevant is he has that now, and not much I could really do to that. I guess we go for a Mang right here, just to kind of tear through more of his armor. Do it on the one that has higher armor. Actually, I should probably just do it on the Dark Troll, just to make sure that he dies, because he's way more of a threat than the other little guy. So we'll throw this. As long as he doesn't hit last slot, we're fine. Okay, we're fine. So as long as this doesn't, now there's another condition. As long as this doesn't die to Death Mark, we're fine. So we'll go move that over. So far, so good. Liang, nope, Liang anymore, so we don't get enchant, we don't get purple mana. We'll go take the skull here, throw this down. He has enchant, so he's going to get mana anytime now. Luckily, we extra turn that. Still not another skull, though. We do have another Mang, but that's not really going to help much. Move that down. Double check the board. Hopefully, he'll take a random red right there. That'd be great. But for now, we'll just go simply take that. Get a poke. Perfect. Exactly what I needed him to do. Thank you for listening, AI. Oh, there's two skulls here, though. Oh, and he kills my hero if I take a skull. How do I play this? I guess I wish one of these were enchanted right now. Well, we could take green immediately to get it up. So I think the game plan here is throw Mang at that. He takes a skull. We hopefully do not die off a Death Mark. Then we take the other skull. That dies. That leaves in one-shot range to Panda, who has Barrier right now. And then we win that way. Alternatively, I guess we could... I don't know. I kind of want to take that skull, but then we're basically putting it down to will Death Mark kill us, is the question here. I'm going to vote no. What's the chance that it will trigger in 1 out of 10 chance? That's a pretty good odds in our favor that that will not happen. Though if it happens, we just lose. So how much damage do we have on this guy? Not enough, but doing this will bring it to enough. So we are going to go for this. We'll do that. He'll take the skull. We did not die. We win. Well, we didn't win yet, but we're pretty much there. All we have to do now is find a green, and we're good to go. Green into him, and then boom, full mana. Or even just another skull at this point would also work. So move that over. Come on, another skull. Greens. Actually, there probably already was a green. I didn't take. Let's see. Well, currently none. If I take this over, he's probably just going to go directly into green. I would try taking a skull drop right here, but there's not even a chance of trying to get one. Whatever move I take, I want to make sure he has a move to do for himself. So I'm going to take it this way, just so the board doesn't get shuffled for him. Oh, he actually turns it, though. But we have the skull we need to kill him, so... Wow, we got really lucky on that Death Touch. This definitely did not want to kill us that time around. Well, we killed the little bird, so we do have 2 more battles. So let's keep it going, then. Hopefully we'll be able to keep up the luck, keep going with Mang. So far, so good. A lot of shaky situations with it, but it definitely gets a lot of damage very quickly. That is also very annoying whenever he is there. Hopefully we can instant kill it with a skull poke randomly. That would be perfect. Though if not, we could be in a little bit of trouble. Because he's going to tank for quite a while. Even once we get the Mang poke, he's still going to be tanking. Okay, we did not get the Mang poke, unfortunately. We'll go for some purples here. Actually, you know what? We have an extra turn right there, so we could just go for that. Still did not get the Mang poke. And at this point, I guess we just get rid of all the browns. Or do we try one more time? Can you please trigger already? Okay, we'll get rid of brown. That'll give us the double buff that we need up front. Gives us some green, too. Doesn't give him much, so perfect. Take that extra turn right there. And we have double skull, don't we? Yes, we do, because the other one will drop, and there we go. If he doesn't die to this, there's something wrong. We hit him with like 6 skulls at 15% chance. I know that's not like anywhere near a guaranteed chance, but still, come on. Bullseye! Hit him already! That was like 6 skulls, and he's still not dead. Okay, well, that plan is obviously not going to work, so let's go with plan B, now that we have Mang and everything. I wanted to test that one last time, since we got yellow mana and everything out of it. Might as well. If it was only like a single skull, I obviously wouldn't have done that, but it was 2 skulls in the yellow, so it was worth attempting. Anyways, let's go kill out this boss immediately, just so we don't have to deal with it. At this point, if we can kill him out this quickly, we're pretty much good to go. Luckily, he does not have Death Touch or anything like that, so not as big of a concern. We do have blue convert too, which is perfect, the only color we don't use when we're using this team specifically. And now we have what we need to kill him, or I believe that's enough damage, that better be. What's 28 times, calculator, go. 28 times 4 is, let me guess, not enough? No, it's 112. That is actually not enough damage, which is very, very unfortunate. Okay, so plan B. What is plan B then? Remove green, get extra turn? Is that even an extra turn? Because it drops the other one too. I don't believe it is. No, it is not. Because the other one moves. Is purple? Yes. No, nope, nope, that wouldn't be either because the other purple moves. What about brown? Nope, that wouldn't be it either. Okay. Well then. Is every single one of those moves not an extra turn? Let's see. Yellow, 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 not yellow. Yellow, that's not an extra turn. And that one wouldn't be moved down either. If we do purple, that one moves too. That'll be yellow, 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 yellow. So that wouldn't be it. Hello, Emerator. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Read your message, please. You have experience of the fights. Wait, what did you end up mentioning with it? And you use Dragon Class to armored the bear banner. But you wouldn't start with half mana. There's no way to win the battle without Mang in level 300 plus. I read that earlier. We haven't reached that far yet, though. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where on earth to actually place this. Because there's no guarantee extra turn on the board, and I have to waste a lot of mana shifting stuff around right now. From what I can tell, there's still no guarantee. Unless I'm missing something on this board. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm pretty much just going to keep taking the extra turns here until we get something aligned. Oh, there we go, we got blue. Well, that's not really too useful, though. Nothing on our team uses blue. But, yeah, that's not even worth going for, because it'll just trigger on itself. So I'm not even going to bother with that one. Yeah, we're just going to take a bunch of purple here. So we'll do that. Free skull poke. Can we do that off of yellow? No, because too much other stuff will move. Plus, we don't even need yellow at the moment, really. And nope, that didn't really... all this movement, and that hasn't even fixed our issue at the bottom. So we're just going to take that. Red doesn't do it, brown doesn't do it, purple doesn't do it. So again, keep taking turns. And yeah, I'm not going to be able to go for it. At least not that consistently. I guess we could take that final poke if we want, just to knock him out, because we don't want to get poked by him. And then we just do a diviner. Do this into diviner and then go from there. As long as he doesn't devour something, we're fine. So let's hope he doesn't do that. We'll just go for the poke there. Don't you dare devour. Good. He has actually devoured me 0 times so far. And out of all the things he could have hit, diviner is definitely the least consequential troop it could have poked at. So we're good to go. We'll take a skull right here. Throw another poke all the way at the last slot. And yeah, that is essentially a match. Oh, that's a little bit overkill. Why did I do that with the Mang? I actually don't know why I just used Mang on it. But there we go. Doesn't matter too much, I guess, because the skull poke is so heavy. And we got a gold key from it. 500 damage. How much are we up to in the guild right now? We're so close! Come on, other people in the guild. No, we're probably just going to have to do it tomorrow night, the major orb. So yeah, we'll probably just do the major orb tomorrow, I think. Because we're only going to get, like, what, 500 more damage, if even that? However much it just said, plus 20. I believe it goes up 20 durability each time. Anyways, let's hope we get a bird here. Otherwise, we'll be doing this strategy one last time, and it'll be the final time. And nope, no bird. Okay. Yeah, I believe bird is every 4th battle, from what I can tell so far. Oh, you got a raven on the last battle? Yeah, we did too. Well, our previous last battle, I should say. So, right off the bat, I guess we take a bunch of Liang mana and go for a nice Liang cast. Alternatively, we could go green to green, which actually isn't too bad. So we'll go take that, get her a little bit of brown. I actually got a second green too, just randomly, so that works out. Go take that, get her enchant, get a skull poke, though it doesn't instant kill, so not as good. We'll go take a green here, that will full mana us. We could also go for a brown. Chance of giving him a skull, but we do gain a lot more mana out of it, or not, never mind. Okay, we'll go take that, get both of those up. And now we can start moving from here. So right off the bat, we'll want to go for Mang, pretty much immediately every time. Go for the blues. That gives us Emperor Liang. Go for a poke, which instant kills. Go for another poke, which also instant kills. He does not have Death Touch on him, so that's fine. We'll simply just go and move that over. A nice Liang cast right there that he didn't even do anything about. Actually, we could just manually take it too, but we'll go do that. And see what we have from here. Okay. What's a move? We have the red over there. I just don't know if I want to convert first. I guess there isn't much of a need to convert, so I'm just going to take that. Take the yellow. No free skull poke, so nothing to do there. I guess we'll just go for double poke on ball. Oh, wait, never mind. What am I saying? Well, it's not free, but I do want to go for that, because we could just do another skull poke follow-up to kill, if we truly had to. So we're going to go throw that into him, and now one more will kill him out, and we'll throw that. Okay, this team actually is pretty good. I think I was just using it incorrectly initially. Well, now that I'm starting to get a hang of it, it's actually really strong. I still hate that it doesn't have barrier, but oh well. There we go, 510 points for the final battle. Not too bad. I think we've only lost, like, what, 2-3 times? We've lost, like, 2 Ravens or so. Not too bad overall. But yeah, I think I will be sticking with the Mang team then. It does scale up really nicely. Now that I'm starting to get a hang of it, it's actually really powerful. Don't think there's any modifications I need to make to the team. And as you can see, by Friday, we're actually reaching Portal 10 already. I'm not sure if a lot of guilds are like this. Pretty sure only the endgame guilds are already... Well, actually, there's probably a lot of endgame guilds already at Portal 10. But if you're a newer player or in a newer guild, definitely try for at least Portal 5. Out of all the values, this one is where it's really good relative to the amount of damage you need to do. But yeah, basically once you reach Portal 10, if you're not trying for the leaderboard, you could basically stop playing this game mode if you really wanted to. Like, for example, by the end of tomorrow, we could just stop if we truly wanted to. Mainly because, well, we're already there, and since we have no chance of making the leaderboard due to the fact we're not buying extra battles, then we have already done everything we can get as rewards, so there's nothing additional we can really get from the game mode at that point. That's a little bit of a flaw in the system, though. I'm not quite sure why they have it like that, because, yeah, there's literally no benefit once you've reached that. Like, maybe if they had some kind of repeatable portal afterwards, maybe, that you get extra rewards off of, that would be kind of cool. Might even incentivize actually getting it or something, I'm not sure. But, yeah, no, it just seems kind of weird that it just, like, stops completely, and then it's like, nope, no more. I guess it's kind of like guild tasks in a way, but even guild tasks have something afterwards, which is, like, some kind of ridiculous high amount. Like, if it went up to, like, 250,000 per thing, but it still gives you something. Kind of like how guild has the initial tasks, and then you get a legendary task that allows you to sink the rest of your points, or the rest of your gold in that case. But, I don't know, this seems a little bit weird. Because after tomorrow, we could technically just stop playing the game mode. I will still be playing it every night, obviously. But, there's really no reason to after that point. Which just seems weird to me. Anyways, unless you're trying for a leaderboard, of course. But we're not trying for a leaderboard, not at all. Yeah, I might just stick with the third packs for now on as well. It depends how many in my guild actually try for the leaderboard, because that's also pretty dependent. If we don't have a huge amount of people trying for the leaderboard, I will probably have to get the 4-pack. But, yeah, 3-pack should be enough. Is there even a point in attacking after you finish the last portal? Nope. Unless you're trying for the top 100 on the leaderboard, there's no point whatsoever in this current moment in time to keep playing raids for the week. So once you reach that point, you just stop and that's it. Like I said, it's a really weird format, but that is how it is. I'm not quite sure why it is that way, but it is the way it is. Anyways, let's go and do raids real quick. I mean, not raids, do dungeons real quick. Starting too many words for too many things. But let's go do dungeons and just clear out these real quick and go into just some PvP. And if you guys want me to go over anything, just let me know and we'll definitely make sure to do so, of course. Also, don't forget, new mythic coming in about 5 hours or so. So if you are interested in getting it, definitely make sure to throw your keys then. The main keys you'd want to throw down are things like gem keys, though you could, if you wanted to, also throw down glory keys, guild chests, and VIP chests if you wanted to. I personally will mostly only be doing gem keys until I run out of gem keys. I'm trying to, as little as possible, use up any of my gems if I can, because they are starting to get low. But yeah. We'll go throw this sunbird down. Get that. Need to get back into the mindset of dungeons. I haven't actually used this team too much. Also, don't forget, tomorrow, I believe, is the start of the gnome event. So I might stay up all night until it actually comes, and then just because I woke up really late. I woke up very, very late today. Like 3 a.m. late. Yes, I mean 3 p.m. Like super, super ultra late. I was just super tired. I was like, okay, let's just sleep forever. It happens sometimes. But because I slept so late, I think I might just stay up all night and wait until the event switches over, then immediately cover the new mythic, and then also farm up the new game mode a bunch. Any news on the Vault event? To my understanding, Vault event starts the same time when the mythic is released. So that would be in... let me get the exact time. That is in exactly 5 hours and 20 minutes from now. So in 5 hours and 20 minutes... Oh, is this it? Incoming Vault event, coming soon. Oh, well, there we go. Well, that kind of tells us. That's cool that they have this here. Incoming Vault event. A new Vault event is starting soon. Get ready to catch treasure gnomes and try to get a Vault key. Essentially, what will happen during this event, I've mentioned it many times, but just to reiterate it. Basically, a Vault event, it runs once a month from Friday till Sunday, or until the Monday reset. So, yeah. Basically from Friday till Monday morning, or Monday night. I mean, yeah, Monday morning, however you really look at it, and depending on your time zone. But yeah, basically just lasts the entire weekend, and you end up getting a higher chance to find treasure gnomes. You also have a higher chance of finding treasure keys, or vault keys, from the treasure gnomes themselves. So not only are the gnomes more common, also the vault key that they drop is more common on their drop pool. So far, we have only gotten one vault key in 34 gnome kills. But they should be a lot higher starting tomorrow and going for 3 days from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, definitely a good weekend to go and grind them if you have some free time. I will be doing it for probably like 20 hours this weekend just because I want to get all the uniques, and I won't be able to do this again for another month. So I do want to try getting them all right now during this weekend. So I'm probably going to be playing for like 12 plus hours a day just to guarantee that we do indeed get all of these. So yeah, we're going to be playing a lot during this event, at least until we get all the uniques. Once we get all the uniques, I'll probably die down a little bit. But I definitely want to get one copy of this Legends and one copy of both the commons. Those are all the uniques in there. Actually, all the uniques are right over here if you're wondering, if you haven't gotten any of them. Most people don't have a single one of these yet. But if you go over to the unowned and then to the vault, actually we can just see them all here. Ignore Zugoff. But there are 3 uniques that you can get from it. The Treasure Gnome, which is useless, but you can get them. The Valerian, which is also pretty useless, but again, you can get them. And the other one is the main one that you would actually be going for, Cedric Sparklesack. He pulls the last enemy to the front, charms a random enemy, and then summons 1 to 3 bomb bots at 100% chance, which how many amounts is completely random though, and it's a yellow, blue, Not the best of colors, but he does have a pretty nice summon, to say the least. If you have like a brown generator that can work with him, really nice. Particularly if you could use something like an Honor and do like brown blue or brown yellow, would be pretty nice synergy, because not only does the Honor buff the armor of the bomb bots, which increases their damage, it could also feed him mana, because not only will it create brown, but you can also create blue or yellow out of it, depending on which one you need. He has fast, so his first cast is only 8 mana. He has stealthy, so harder to target him, and the main reason you'd be using him most likely, other than for his summon, is he has 100% gold gain, which is obviously the highest possible gold gain in the game. Do keep in mind that his typing is a gnome, though. He's not human, he's not dwarf, nothing like that. He's one of only 2 gnomes in the game. Currently, there's only the Treasure Gnome and the Cedric Sparkle Sack, so there's not really any counter to the Gnome classification, though there's also really no benefit to using the Gnome classification, because, again, there's only 2 of them. But yeah, they're not really too over the top as far as troops, other than maybe Cedric Sparkle Sack. There are some niche instances where you might be okay, but I want to get them for collection purposes, because as you can see, these are the only things we don't own. Zugoff I'm not trying for anytime soon, though. He is ridiculously hard. I don't think a single person will have him for at least another month, even if people are like doing the leaderboard. Because even if they're trying for the leaderboard, you'd have to make first place about, yeah, technically 8 weeks in a row, which is like 2 months. Though there are a couple other ways of doing that, but still, it's going to be a while before anyone even gets their first Zugoff, let alone a lot of people start getting their first Zugoff, so I'm not even trying for that. But these are easily obtainable, though. Many people already have some of these. I don't believe a single person currently has all of them, though. But starting this fall event, starting tomorrow, that will be a little bit easier to do. So I do want to grind them out while they're easier to obtain. Would make sense. If they have an event like that every month, might as well grind it while they have it, because trying to grind while they don't have it is pretty trivial, since we'll be getting a lot less rewards. Do we know if the vault rewards are going to be better? No. It should be the same rewards, but you'll get more vault keys. So you'll basically, I don't know how common it'll be that you'll get a vault key. I would hope every one every 1 to 2 hours is what I would hope for. If that is the case, we should be able to get all of the troops within about 10 to 20 hours or so. Isn't Zugoff in the Forge? Yes, he is. Though he is super, super expensive, and similar to Xenos, he's only available in the Forge. But yes, he is available. He requires you to have, where is he? He requires you to have 8 power orbs. There's only a few people that even own a power orb currently, and you need 8 of them. It is much better value just simply fully maxing out 8 troops. Basically, these 8 orbs has the possibility of giving you 2 fully maxed out teams. So do you want 2 fully maxed out teams, or do you want 1 single Zugoff that is basically useless? That basically is what it comes down to. So yeah, barely anyone's going to be crafting him. He's even worse value than what a Xenos is, so even less incentive to do it. He is better than the Xenos, though. He's actually not that bad of a troop. He kills an enemy, burns and freezes them, and then, or the remaining enemies, and then creates 7 skulls. Can only be cast once, has Impervious, gains 5 to all stats, has Jinx. It's basically like a Great Maul, though. So if you have a Great Maul, you don't really need him. Really, almost no one's really going to be crafting him. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be crafting him, because it'll be like 3, 4, 5 months before we even get him. So we'll do a video on him eventually. Don't expect it anytime soon, that's for sure. Because, yeah, no one really owns a Zugoff, nor will they. It counts as a boss, too, so people can use their boss-related troops to kill it. So even if you have it, it's not particularly strong, because all someone needs to do is put any of the triple damage or quad damage or, you know, 5 times damage Ray troop in there, and boom, it just kills it out, and then what was the point of even using it in the first place? So yeah, it's not really that good. I wouldn't really bother crafting it. You get a lot better value just from using the orbs. If it was only 4 orbs to craft it, I would be like, yeah, maybe it's worth it. But for 8, no, it is definitely not. You'd be better off having 2 fully maxed out team of whatever you like. Because power orbs are really, really strong. They fully ascend, fully level, and fully trait any troop. So if you have 4 troops that you absolutely love using, like let's say you had this team, but you can't afford Infernus's traits, or you can't get this thing up and all that, you just use 4 power orbs, boom, you just already got them maxed fully to exactly where we're at now. Actually, those 2 would be mythic as well. But yeah, it's a really nice thing. It's just not worth crafting. Because if you're specifically crafting the power orbs, you're only doing so because you're trying to craft that one troop. You should never actually convert your spare resources into the bigger power orbs, because it's just a waste. You're throwing more resources at it than you're even getting out of it. It's scaled very weirdly. It's scaled assuming that you would go specifically for the mythic, but the mythic isn't really enticing enough to warrant going for that kind of exchange, so No one's really going for it. What do you suggest doing with the orbs right now? Saving them? For the most part, I am saving a good majority of them, yes. As far as their usage, there are some uses for a couple of them that you could be doing right now. I'll go through them real quick. Let's see. Let me go through the last little poke here. Do we not have a drop? Doesn't look like it, so we'll just throw that down. Get one single skull poke, and we'll be good to go. Never mind, it's not enough, but we can do that. Yeah, as far as orbs, you can save them, you cannot save them. Really just depends on your preference. What you specifically use them on, I will go briefly over real quick, though, again. As far as the orbs, let's see, we can find them over here. There are 4 different orbs, well, technically 8 total, that you can actually obtain. Well, technically 9 if you count the power orb. So these little green orbs, they are essentially useless. You can keep them if you want, or do basically whatever with them. They will give you a single level on a troop using the smaller one, or max level if you do this. Though keep in mind, this max level orb will only do it to their max ascension. So if they are currently a epic rarity troop that can only be leveled to level 18, it will only level them up to 18. It will not level them up to level 20. So both of these orbs are what I would consider the 2 worst orbs in the game, because the Orb of Growth at max can only give you about like 400 or so souls or so, and that would be if you use it on a mythic to do it from level 19 to 20. And other than that, the Major Orb of Growth, similarly, you would mainly do this on a new mythic. If you just got a mythic drop, let's say tomorrow, and you have an Orb of Growth, you would throw it on that to get it to level 20, and that would save you about 4,000 souls, or however much it costs, I forget off the top of my head. But that's basically their only real purpose. Every other use for them, if you're using on like a legend or anything below, not really worth it. Might as well only use them on mythics, because mythics have the highest leveling cost, and their whole point is leveling. Next up is the second worst orb, which is the Orb of Wisdom. These are pretty good for newer players though, so I shouldn't say that they're really that bad. But these are mainly used to trade up legends and mythics. The orange one, the smaller orange one, gives you 1 whole trait on any troop, and the larger orange one gives max traits on any troop. So obviously this would, again, be best on Legends and Mythics as they have the highest cost to trait them. This you would mainly use on the 2nd or 3rd trait for a Legends, and this one you, or you would use it on the last trait for a Mythic. And the Major Orb of Wisdom you would mainly use if you get a new Mythic to fully get all of its traits without needing to put a single trait stone to it. The next one is the Orb of Clans. These you want to make sure you have 1.5k seals before you ever use, because if you don't, you'll kind of waste them. These go towards your guild total. So for example, if you are wanting to get your guild up to, let's say, 40,000, let's see, where is it? Seals. If you want to go get your guild up to 40,000 because something big is happening, like tomorrow. Tomorrow is the new mythic coming out, so a lot of people from my guild will be throwing down their guild keys. So if we already had 1.5k, we could go and throw down one of these orbs, and then with that orb, those points that we get from it, 300 from the smaller one and 1,500 from the bigger one, will go towards our guild seal total. The reason you need to wait till you have 1,500 is because claiming this will count towards your total. So you'll want to make sure that you already have 1.5k, so when it goes into your this number, you're still going to be able to obtain it. If I was to, for example, use a 300 orb right now, I would be wasting 278 seals if I do it right now, because I will not be able to obtain those extra seals that will be exceeding my total. But if I wait till I have 1.5k seals, I'll be getting that full 300 and it will go on top of my total. So yeah, just be careful with those. Make sure you always have 1.5k max before you use the guild-related orbs. But essentially, a thing like that is basically 15 gem keys. If you already have all of your things maxed out and you can go to max chest, it's either 15 gem keys or 15 glory keys, depending on what point you're at. So pretty good value out of those. Plus, it's really good for getting up your guild seals without having to spend any money. Because normally you would have to go and buy this little pack, which is like 200 or something. So yeah, you're getting like the mid-range of that. That would cost like normally $6 or so if you like take it all into average. So that's not too bad then for a single orb thing. And we actually got 3 of those. And other than that, the best one, which I skipped over, is the Ascension. This is the main one I'm after, and I definitely want to get a lot of these. This Ascension orb, the smaller blue one, will not fully ascend. It will give a single Ascension towards a troop. This you would want to use to get any troop from Legend to Mythic. As far as the base rarity of the troop, it doesn't matter that much, but you do want to make sure you specifically use it on a troop that is currently at the upgraded Ascension of Legendary that's then going into Mythic, because if you use it on any other difference, it will not be worth it. The main thing you would use this on is some people may use it on commons because they require a lot of copies, though more often than not, the main purpose this would be used for on is legends to get them to mythic. So if you have one legend that you absolutely love and you want to get it mythic, but you don't want to lose a bunch of copies of it, let's say you only have like 1 or 2 and you're still a long ways away from getting 6 or 7, you can simply use an Orb of Ascension on it and then boom, you got it to mythic. And of course this small, bigger one fully ascends any troop. Like I mentioned, this is actually particularly good on commons because they have the furthest distance to go to get fully maxed. Though alternatively, they are still good for pretty much anything that's basically at space rarity. The only thing you really wouldn't want to use this on are legends, because at that point you might as well just use a standard Orb of Ascension. Actually, Orb of Ascension is really, really strong out of these little smaller ones. Because the major one, not really that big of a difference, but this on legends is, you're essentially doing exactly what that orb already does. So really nice. Obviously don't use them on mythics because they're already fully ascended. They don't do anything to them. But yeah, these are definitely my favorite by far out of all these orbs. Definitely the most useful. And of course there's the power orb, and that just completely maxes out a troop. Not your kingdoms though, so do keep in mind. It's not like your stats are going to become what our stats are on this account, but it will fully ascend, fully level, and fully trait any troop you use it on. And obviously that would be best on things like epics, legends, and mythics, or any troop that you absolutely love that you want to just get maxed and you don't want to go out of your way to do so. Hello, Questor! Welcome. Can you explain the boost ratio, please? What does 1 to 1 mean, 1 to 2, and how does it work? Oh yeah, I never did do a comprehensive video on boost ratio. It can be slightly confusing initially, but basically boost ratios work in a lot of different ways depending on what the troop actually does. It really just depends on the troop and the context of the ability. Some of them are worded a little bit weird, but I'll just go over a few. So when it has a 3 to 1 right here, basically what this means is for every 3 of something, it'll gain 1 additional benefit. So as you can see from his ability, he gives all allies 19 armor and then removes all purple. And then it's boosted based on how much purple he has. So for every 3 purple he removes, he will do 1 additional armor gain to all allies. That's basically what this boost ratio means. If we move on to this next one, the Ancient Golem, he has a 4 times boost ratio. This means for every single instance of the thing it says in the ability, it will do 4 additional onto whatever it says. So here it says explode a gem, dispel a random enemy, and then deal 23 true damage to them, boosted by each blue gem destroyed. So what this means is for every blue gem we destroy, we do 4 additional damage on top of the true damage we were already doing. So if we destroy 3 blue gems, that would be 12 additional damage for a total of 35 damage. And similarly, if we just keep going, Anointed One, 3 to 1 again, he transforms all green to red, and then that's boost ratioed. So for every green that he converts into red, for every 3 of them, he will gain 1 additional attack and life. So if he converts out 9, that would be 3 additional attack and life for 20 total, so on and so forth. That's basically how boost ratios work in short. You just have to look at the context of the ability. Some way that some troops are worded, it can be slightly confusing what the boost ratio is really going towards, but on most troops it's a little bit more obvious. Generally, it's something that you're doing on the board that is assisting the amount of effect that your troop will have. And the higher the boost ratio, the more effective it'll be. Things like 4 times plus boost ratios tend to be super effective early on in the game because they are made to scale towards basically mid-game and late game. They're not really that well scaled for like the level 100 minus level range and stuff like that. So things that have boost ratios like this are super strong if you get your hands on early on in the game. How do you get orbs? There are 3 ways to get orbs: from raids, from invasions, which are next week, and from the treasure gnomes off of vault keys. And the treasure gnome event, as I mentioned, is coming in tomorrow for the first time ever. It runs once every month. It runs from Friday to Sunday, the end of Sunday. On Monday reset is how long it lasts for. So basically the entire weekend. And you can find gnomes more commonly whenever this occurs once a month for those 3 days. And it's a great it's a great time to go and try to farm a bunch of vault keys and then try getting a bunch of orbs from them. We'll see how many orbs we actually do and try to get as much data as we can. I think starting tomorrow when I start doing this, I will be keeping a gigantic list on the side of the screen when we're streaming, and I'll be keeping track of how many gnomes we find and every drop we get from them, and see if we can make a kind of make like some kind of long list of data that we get from it. So I will be starting to keep track of it pretty much this entire weekend to see what our final result is, and then just kind of get data on that. And I'll probably do a video on it, maybe on the end of Sunday or on Monday, just to not waste any gnome time, going over what our results were of farming gnomes during the gnome event, because we'll be doing it for minimum like 12 hours, if not more, probably more towards 20 hours this weekend. Could you explain the boost ratio on that new raid hook weapon? I actually haven't bothered using that raid hook weapon. It looked pretty bad from what I saw. I haven't personally used it yet. Neither of the two weapons I personally used. Hook. Deal 29 damage to an enemy, boosted by your Shentang allies. Create a mix of 4 red and 4 yellow gems for each of your Shentang allies. So it just boosts both of them at 4. Yeah, from what I can tell, it just boosts both based on 4. So if you have a full team of Shentang allies, since there's no way to make your hero Shentang, that's a max of a 3 boost ratio. So that would be a mix of... it would be a mix of... Well, you're getting 12 additional bonus. So that would bring you to 41 damage if you were doing this much damage. As well as a mix of 16 red and yellows. So it could either be reds, it could either be yellows, but it's going to be a mix of 16 of those. But yeah, that would be if you're using a full Shentang team. It's not really that good. I would not really bother with it. Because it says a mix, so it's not doing 16 red and 16 yellow. It's doing a combination of reds and yellows that are a total of 16. So yeah, not really that worth it. There's, as I mentioned, there's currently no Shentang hero class, so you can't get that extra 4 boost ratio. The max you can get is 12 total. But yeah, just boost ratio is both of them. Very rarely does something actually boost ratio 2 things, but because they both boost ratio by the exact same thing, it works out. But yeah, it's not that good. I would not really bother with it. Hopefully the other weapons that come in the future will be a little bit more useful. This one is completely dead content, similar as the other new weapon that came in, which is why I haven't really gone over either of them really at all, just because they're kind of useless. Even for newer players, I wouldn't really see them coming out to be that useful. Actually, this festival one was slightly better, though. It was create 15 red and green and then enchant 2 random allies. The only real issue with this is I couldn't think of anything to really feed it with. It has a pretty high mana cost for the fact that all it really does is mana generation. And, oh no, I guess we could do it into Green Seer or something. Oh, never mind, we can't do it into Green Seer, but I mean into Giant Spider and feed it back into that. Maybe even with Green Slime or something like that, but, I don't know, it just didn't really seem worth it. I might try it later this week, just to kind of mess around with it. But this one's definitely a lot better than the one available through the raids, that is for sure. Because this actually has potential in the future, whereas the other one is just completely dead content, even as it is now, and after this week even more so. Yeah, it's bad and confusing, the wording on the hook weapon. It's both. It's a horrible weapon and it's slightly confusing wording. Are you going to hold the keys and do all of them on Sunday? No, I am going to be opening them immediately. Whenever we get a vault key, we will open it up immediately when we get them. Until I get every drop, in which case I might hold them all. But yeah, I'm probably just going to open them all immediately. Maybe if I am doing it for a video, I'll save like 5 of them if we happen to get that many. And save a couple vault keys for a specific video just to kind of show it when we go over like the total loot from what we got from them. But no, I will, almost every one I'll be opening immediately, except for the few I save on Sunday for the video. But yeah, anyways guys, best of luck with the new mythic, best of luck farming all the gnomes. I know I'll be doing it like crazy. If you need teams for it, of course, just do any of the kind of standard ones. Either Sunbird, Rowan, double firebomb, Sunbird, triple firebomb, Sunbird, Forest Guardian, double firebomb, Sunbird, Forest Guardian, Ogrin, firebomb, and stuff like that. Also, you can go Elspeth related teams like Elspeth into a pure blue troop, Guild War troop that does +5 to all allies of that color. Like for example, you can go Rowan or what was it be the team? I haven't used it for so long. Valkyrie, Rowan, Elspeth, Penguin. You can go something like that if you want to go down that route. Personally, this has been what I've been sticking with, but yeah, anything that can do them quickly. Did I do dungeons? I believe I did. Did I not? Oh, I partially did them. I started dungeons, then I started answering a question apparently, and I didn't finish it. Thanks for that. I probably wouldn't have even noticed that if you didn't mention it. Well, that would have been a fail. Thank you. Yeah, let's go finish out dungeons. We kind of did it. Oops, did I just... Oh, no, never mind. I thought this was a PvP battle for a second, because I saw Guards, Avatar, and Mercy, and I was like, oh, that's a normal team. But no, it's actually just the battle here. So we'll go for that. Get an explosion. That'll give us Rowan. And go from there. One more will do it, if we could actually find the mana for it. There we go. Don't die. Good. And down it goes. Oh no, it lived because he took out some of my armor. Oh well, one more cast will do it. And then we'll be good to go. Throw down that last Sunbird. He'll poke us. And down it goes. And now we're done with dungeons. Almost forgot. Thanks for that. Yeah, that was close. There wouldn't have been that many resources. What are resources even looking like these days in SoulForge? SoulForge. Oh, wait, it's over here. Let's see. We have 12,150. Oh, that 2 is going to throw me off so much. Luckily, we're going to be getting a lot more diamonds when we go hunt the gnomes, but that odd number like that, even though it's an even number, it just throws it off, because normally it should end with 0 or 5, but if you get a 2 drop, you need to go get 4 additional 2 drops in order for it to be on a normal pattern. You don't know how crazy that drives me. I'm really paranoid about my guild gold too. If you notice, if I ever go on this page, I always have 000 as my last 3 numbers. Realistically, you would normally only have this if you specifically have never done a weird number of contribution, and it is possible to get it back to 000, obviously, but it's normally most people that have a 000 have always done just the normal base amounts, and it drives me crazy if this was ever to not be 000. I've always had it this way, and seeing it any other way would just drive me insane. Also, I do have a guild spot open, by the way. I'll probably be mentioning that a lot, probably tomorrow and the following day. But we do have one guild spot available if anyone is interested in that. But we'll have more on that later. I don't even know what my guild requirements are really going to be these days with all the new stuff. We're kind of just going through it and then seeing by probably next Guild War week what our new requirements are really going to be. It's also going to feel really weird going back to Guild Wars too, because it still kind of feels a little bit weird now, but we're only like 4 days in. We still have a whole nother week, week and a half before we really get back to Guild Wars. Best way to get lots of gold? PvP. Spam PvP with the best team you have over and over again is the best way to get gold. Warlord 4 or Warlord 3 in casual PvP also works, but for that you need a Great Maul plus Mercy in order for that to work, which some people might not have. But yeah, generally speaking, you just do 2 trophies and 3 trophies in PvP over and over and over again with the best team you own, and that will give you the most amount of gold per hour. There really isn't much of a better way of doing that. There's nothing that has a high enough gold gain that can really justify doing it any other way. The Sparkle Sack guy that does have 100% gold gain, there might be a PvP team that he can get incorporated into that might work. I will be testing that once we get him, though I'm not certain on exactly how that will pan out. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for tonight. I will be back pretty soon, in several hours, to go over the new Mythic, as well as try farming a lot of the new gnomes to see how that pans out, because I do want to go on the gnome grind, and we'll be streaming quite a bit of that. I don't know, maybe I'll even start streaming tomorrow morning when we do that. I might start the stream at a really weird time, because I do intend to farm them a lot, so I might as well just start streaming it immediately. We'll see. But yeah, if I start a stream at a really weird time tomorrow, I probably will be. So do keep that in mind. I'll try to give the redeem codes out at the normal-ish times that we normally do, but the stream initially will likely start way before then, at some kind of weird time in the morning. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Hope you all do well with the keys tomorrow for the new Mythic, if you're opening any, as well as finding the gnomes. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone.